As is well known, the title of the Sedra is taken from the first key word in that passage. Sometimes it's the very first word, and occasionally it can be even up to the 14th word, as we find in the Sedra of Kedoshim. This week's parsha commences with the words, Ve'ele Toldot Yitzchak ben Avraham, and these are the generations of Yitzchak, son of Avraham. Toldot, therefore, generations, is a beautiful and apt title for our Sidra. However, there's an earlier portion in the Torah, the second of them all, which starts, Eile Toldot Noach. These are the generations of Noach, and there the Sedra is not called Toldot, it's called Noach. So surely, therefore, Noach should be called Toldot, and Toldot should be called Yitzchak. I would like to suggest as follows. Noach was a man who was primarily interested in himself alone. Therefore, when Hashem declared to him that the whole world was going to be destroyed except for him and his family, he didn't have the response that Avram Avinu would later have, when Hashem would tell him that Sodom and Amorah would be destroyed, and Avram challenged Hashem over that decision. Noach instead was okay with it. It was fine, because he would remain alive. And also we find that it took him 120 long years to build the ark, and throughout that time he didn't manage to convince one single man or woman to change his or her ways. Yitzchak, however, was very different. He didn't live for himself, but rather he saw himself as being a very important and key link in the ongoing chain of tradition. He might have misjudged his son's characters, but he was ultimately there to give them a blessing, and through them to bless all subsequent generations. As a result, it is so apt that the Sedra of Noach should be called after his name, because that's what counted most to him. Whereas as far as Yitzchak was concerned, it was the Toldot, the generations, that matter. The lesson for us is a profound one. When we look to the impact that we can have on our environment, ultimately what matters most is not the extent to which our name is in print, but rather how successful we are in guaranteeing the continuity of our faith. Shabbat Shalom.